Hello everyone. In this session we'll try to understand the parameters and how to convert a region, whether it is a surface or a body, into some other parameters so that we can make our integration or whatever double integration we are trying to do, make it easy. So let's see. So let's start with the position vector. We know that, let's say if it is R, the components are going to be X, Y and Z. And what if these components X, Y and Z are function of some other variable, let's say T? Then we can write it as R of T is equal to X of T I cap plus Y of T J cap and Z of T K cap. And now if we have a straight line, there can be other relations also for the curve, but let's say for the curve being a straight line, then we can write R of T as A plus T times of B. A plus T times of B. So in this case, component wise this can be distributed as A1 plus TB, let's say B1, and A2 plus TB2 and A3 plus T times of B3. For more explanation, let's say we have a point P with the coordinates x1, x2, or let's say x1, y1 and z1, whereas the other coordinates are for point Q as x2, y2 and z2. Then a line from Q to P. This line, from here we can say that these are the components of A, nothing else. And also this B1, B2 and B3 can be given as B1 will become x2 minus x1, B2 will be y2 minus y1 and C2 will be z2 minus z1, right? And T will probably vary from 0 to 1. We'll see this in questions also. Let's see it for circle. Let's say it is a circle of with radius r, and let's say it starts from the origin. So the circle can be given as x square plus y square is equal to r square, right? Where r will be the radius. Now if you have to parameterize this for the curve C, we can say x is going to be r cos theta, y r sin theta, and this theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. from 0 to 2 pi. And what if we need the length of the curve or length of the arc? It is going to be r d theta. Let's say we are coming for a smaller part. This, let's say this angle is d theta, radius is same, so this length is going to be r d theta, and of course it can be integrated from 0 to 2 pi to get the circumference, and that is what we get as 2 pi r. So when you are on the curve, the radius is going to be constant. So on the curve, radius will be constant. But when you talk about the area, you have to consider all the inner part, right? This part also, and likewise in that case the radius will be given as small r, which will be varying from 0 to capital R. And what if we need to find the area? Let's take this as a rectangle. I'm elaborating this. Let's take this as rectangle. This is going to be dr. This is going to be r d theta, and the area is going to be r dr d theta, which you will be integrating for r and theta both. But even then, if we are into the area, the parameter will now become x is equal to small r cos theta and y becomes small r sin theta, where r will vary from 0 to capital R and theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. Fine. Now we will see how to find the area, how to parameterize, change the intervals for dA, and also what are the normal vectors and how to find this. For the normal vector, we will have to differentiate it with respect to, this is going to be dx. We won't have any I component, j component and k component. So this is going to be dx by dr, dy by dr, dz by dr and dx by d theta. These are the parameters we have, and dz by d theta. Of course you can do this, and then you'll get n equal to r cos theta I plus r sin theta j. And if you have to find the magnitude, this is going to be under root of I component and j square component. So this is going to be simply r. So this is going to be the normal vector, and if you are trying to find this normal vector radially outward, right from the curve, right from the circumference, that then this r is going to be capital R, and you can write n is equal to r cos theta plus r sin theta j. So this, as per the Jacobians or stretching factor, this dA for the area is given as j into dr d theta, or the magnitude of n into dr d theta. So this becomes r dr d theta, right? This is what we apply for the integration, and once the limits are going to be, like, it depends on the curve, but for the case we are talking about, r is going to be from 0 to capital R, and theta we have from 0 to 2 pi. Right? Let's see the next case for cylinder. Let's say this is x, y and z. This radius is capital R. Then for the cylinder, we can clearly see the parameters are going to be, if we are talking about the surface, x will become r cos theta, y becomes r sin theta, z you can keep as z, or if you want you can keep a parameter like h. So of course for these parameters, theta is varying from 0 to 2 pi, making entire circle, and h, let's say, varies from 0 to capital H. So this is that capital H, right? Now for this case, if you try to find the normal vector, I component, j component and k component. So let's say, what are the parameters here? Theta is varying and h is also varying. So it should be dx by d theta, dy by d theta, dz by d theta, dx by dz, or I'll say h, dy by dh, and dz by dh. This is going to be also given as, we'll write this can be given as r theta into rh. So this basically gives a perpendicular to the cross product of the derivatives or tangent in the sense of theta and h. So this is given by r cos theta I plus r sin theta j. This is our normal vector. So the magnitude of n is going to be r. Finding the surface area, we'll take as dA is equal to r dh and d theta. R or small r is not there, right? Small r is not there. It is going to be constant as capital R, because we are on the surface. The radius won't be varying. Whereas if we are talking about the volume, the solid, we'll take the parameters as x is equal to small r cos theta, y becomes small r sin theta, and z becomes h. So the small r varies from 0 to capital R, theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, and h varies from 0 to capital H, right? And in the case, if you want to find the stretching factor j from the Jacobian, of course you can do it in the same manner or we can directly write the value also. Dx by dr, r is a parameter, dy by dr, dz by dr, dx by another parameter which is theta, so let's say theta, dy by d theta, dz by d theta, and another parameter is h, so dx by dh, dy by dh, dz by dh, and this value will be is going to be simply small r or r, whatever I have written, small r. So that makes the elementary part of dv as r dr d theta dh, with these being the limits, right? Now that we have seen for the case of cylinder, let's check for the cone. And we are assuming that at any point the radius is same as the height, right? Let's say if this is the height h, if this is z axis, this is x and this is y, and we have this radius at any point. So at any point radius and the height will be same, right? So considering this, the parameters we can form for the surface is x is equal to r cos theta, very similar, like, because at every point you are going to, let's make it bigger one. So we are considering at any point the radius and height will be same. That is when the h, so radius is for the circle forming at xy plane or at any height, the surface, and this h is going to be the height, or it can be written as the z value. So x is going to be r cos theta, y is going to be r sin theta, and z is going to be h, and in this case we will get r and h both are same. So what are the limits? The limit for theta will remain like that, which is 0 to 2 pi, whereas this h can have limit from 0 to, let's say, capital H, if this is the maximum height you can attain, right? If this is the maximum height you can attain or you are going to attain, then let's say the limit of h is going to be like this. And very similar, the r and h are same, right? So in this case, this r theta cross r, let's say the parameter is h, because h and r are going to be same in this case. Why not to directly write what we are going to get? We are going to get h cos theta I plus h sin theta j minus h times of k cap, right? You can see at any point the normal, at any point the outward normal, like let's say at this point, this is going to be in this direction, right? So you can see that the h k component is going to be negative, right? And you can also write it as r cos theta plus r sine theta j cap minus r k cap. So this is your normal vector, and the magnitude for this is going to be root 2 times of r. This is only the case when we have r is equal to h. For other cases it may vary. For other cases it may vary. You can do the methods we have been doing for the last previous two cases. You can apply the same and you can find it. Other than that, so okay, let's write it here only. So in case we have this element for the surface area integration, ds is going to be root 2 times of r into dr d theta, right? Because we are converting it to the parameters of r and theta, so it is going to be root 2 times of r, because this is the Jacobian value or stretching factor in this case. So this is going to be root 2 times of r dr d theta. Anyways, if you try to find the element, then also you'll get the same value. And what if it is about the volume? So talking about the solid, this volume, for the volume or for the solid part, the parameters we are going to get is, let's say t, r, theta and h. In this case r and h are different. So the components we are going to have for x, y, z is r cos theta, r sin theta and h. So r and h are not same in this case, and you can say the limits for r is going to be from 0 to h. Why from 0 to h? Because that is the maximum. It cannot be a constant value. Had it been a constant value, it would have been a cylinder, like in the previous case. Theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. Very clear. You don't have to discuss this. And h, let's say, have the limits from 0 to capital H. Right? So this capital H is going to be the highest radius we are going to get. Like in this case, this, let's say this is capital R, this radius is capital R, then in that case radius R and H are going to be same. Yes, in case you want, you can write H is equal to capital R. That is the height, maximum height and the maximum radius we have. So in that case, these are the parameters x, y and z, and not explaining but directly getting into it, the j we are going to get is simply r in this case, right? Of course you know how to do this. We have to differentiate it with respect to r, then theta and then j, right? And then dv will become, the stretching factor is r, the parameters are dr, d theta and dh. Limits are already been discussed. So this is how we can find the volume. Next is sphere, important one. In this case, let's try to understand the elements. Let's say this is z-axis, y-axis and x-axis. This is x, y and z. And let's say this is a position so, and it is making let's say it is making phi angle with the z axis. Fine, it is making phi angle with the z axis, and the projection for this on the xy plane, let's say this is the projection, and this is the projection is making theta angle with the x axis, right? This angle phi is with the z axis. So you can extend this and we can extend this also and this, right? You're getting it? So the parameters for this case is going to be rho, which will be the radius, phi the angle with the z axis, and theta which is the projection angle with the x axis. Right, x, y, z is clear. This is also clear. Now you can see what will be the components. It will be very clear. If this is at rho, z is going to be rho times of cos phi, right, because this is the projection, so you will get the cos factor, and this point, this thing, this is going to be, I'm writing it here, rho sine phi. Now of this rho sine phi, this theta angle will give x is equal to the cos component, so this is going to be rho sine phi and cos theta, whereas this will be the sine component of theta, so y is going to be, I'm writing it here, rho sine phi and sine theta. Clear? So what are the parameters? You can see when you form a sphere, let's see this. When you have this sphere, we are assuming this was our position. This was the thing we were talking about. So you can see this will start from this point. This will be 0 angle then, and it can go maximum up to this negative y axis or negative z axis, right? This can go up to this point. So you can see that phi can be maximum from phi equal to 0 to phi equal to pi or 180 degree, right? Because we are referring this as 0. There is no problem with referring this point as 0. So once we are referring this as 0, this is going to be coming from this point to this point. It is going to be phi. Whereas talking about theta, talking about theta at any point, this will be the circle we'll have, and in this case it can make a full circle, so it is going to be theta from 0 to 2 pi, whereas phi is going to be 0 from 0 to phi, right? And if we are on the surface, rho or capital R, anything is going to be constant, right? Because we are on the surface, talking about the surface, not the body. So in this case, very clear. Now we have mentioned all the components. I'm not writing it again. This is z, this is x, and this is y. We have also taken the limits or the interval for both all the parameters. So in this case, this surface, which will have variables as theta and phi, is going to be r or rho, anything is fine. So the x component is rho sine phi cos theta, y is rho sine phi sine theta, and next one is, I'm writing it here, rho cos phi. These are the xyz component. Also for the normal vector, the parameters are theta and phi, so r theta cross r phi, of course you can find it. I'm just writing the expression we are going to get, I j k dx by d theta dy by d theta dz by d theta dx by d phi dy by d phi and dz by d phi. Right? So this is going to be, let's move to the next page. This will be n is equal to although you may get a negative of it, but you can of course that will be, if you are getting negative, it is going to be the inward normal vector, and you can simply multiply it with minus so that you can get the outward normal vector. So I'm mentioning the outward normal vector. It is going to be r square cos theta sine square phi as the I component, r square sine theta sine square phi as the j component, and r square sine phi cos phi as the k component. The magnitude is going to be simply r square sine phi. Right? So in that case, if we are trying to write the surface area for ds, we can write r square sine phi. What are the parameters? D phi and d theta. Right? R is not varying in this case because we are on the surface. That will be the maximum highest radius which you have, that is capital R in this case. Whereas if we are talking about the volume, the parameters we are going to have is small r, because the small r will have an interval from 0 to capital R, theta which will vary from 0 to 2 pi, and phi which will vary from 0 to pi. In this case, the components are going to be same components, but in this case the radius is going to be variable. So I'm writing it small r sine phi cos theta, small r sine phi sine theta, and r cos phi. Right? So this parameters r will vary from 0 to capital R, theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi, sorry, and phi will vary from 0 to pi. Fine. I'm leaving it to you. You can find this J, Jacobian determinant. This is going to be r square sine phi, and also mentioning the volume, dV is going to be r square sine phi d r d theta and d phi, all the components, right? So you can use this with the limits provided, maybe like suppose if it is hemisphere and this is on the positive side of z. So in that case, let's discuss this one case. Suppose it is a hemisphere with z equal to, or z being positive. In that case, you can see the angle phi will start from this point and it will go up to this point, right? It cannot go beyond this. So you can see it is starting from 0 and it is going up to pi by 2, right? It is very clear that it is not going up to pi, whereas theta will still be making 0 to 2 pi, and if it is volume, this r will also go from 0 to capital R. The only difference will be for the phi, right? There can be other cases also, so you have to just be being careful about the parameters limit. Of course, you have to remember the terms, this parameterization, you have to remember everything here. So this is how we can use parameterization, and we'll see how to use this in the theorems in the vector calculus.